Hello, my friends. So, if today's date, July the 21st, is your birth date, this is a reading for you for this year. It's a four card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to keep yourself in balance this year, and another card that is the synopsis of the energy work that you're doing this year, the understandings that you're coming to, or a mile marker or signpost of where this might lead. So, the general energy card for the year is the riddle. Something you're going to ask yourself deeply to find the answer to, but the riddle says you may not be able to find the answer to this for a long time. That this is something that may require time and patience and allowance and surrender before you can really grok it. So, the question of stopping asking the questions and getting on with your life and trusting that the answers will come to you in the right time, in the right place, and that there's nothing you can do necessarily to push yourself to know the right answer to whatever it is that is bothering you or plaguing you or questioning you or asking you for some kind of understanding or definition. You just don't know and you may not know. So the riddle is that great enigma of living. It's that great enigma of understanding that says sometimes you're just not allowed to understand until the right time or the right question is asked. So what does this all mean for you? Your challenge this year is the Queen of Wands, and I think the Queen of Wands is normally someone who's wands, a go-getter, willful. The Queen says, "I've done so much in my life. I've accomplished so much. I've listened to my passion and my spirit and my power, and I've used my power, and I've healed a lot of my anger, and I've moved myself willfully to go after and heal things and go after things that talk to my spirit and go after things that speak to my higher understanding of myself, and that I have mastered a lot of these willfulnesses in my life to a place that I'm very satisfied and complete and happy." So your challenge, I think, is to feel satisfied and complete and happy in all the work that you've done and all the will that you've had in all the fire that you've used to create your art, create your dynasty, create your connections, create your depths of power, to create your healing paradigms, and to I think the challenge is to not feel like you don't have power in the situation. And the challenge is to not feel like you don't have the ability to defend yourself without getting angry and getting vindictive in the process. And I think that's a really strong point of what the challenge is for the Queen of Wands. So, what is the armadillo? Is the action you need to take. And the armadillo is all about setting good boundaries. Look at this armor-plated guy. He's able to roll himself up into a ball that's really pretty impenetrable. So, you have that power. You have that ability. You can roll yourself into a ball and not take what other people might sling at you or what other people might point at you, and to let it fall on the outside of you and not take it in and not take it personally. Maybe someone is being vindictive to you and being hurtful to you and trying to stop you from getting to some place or something that you really feel like you want to go and do. So you might have to curl up into a ball and set good boundaries and say, no, that's not going to affect me anymore, and I don't allow your negativity, I don't allow your power control into my life. I am willing to set boundaries and have things come into my life that I'm open to, but not by someone who is trying to control me or be vindictive to me or stop me from feeling doing what my passionate fire, my sacred sense of source and self feel called to do. So I think it's about trusting your own message, trusting your own power, not giving your power away, but learning that you don't have to retaliate and be vindictive to somebody who might be stopping you, or even to yourself. You might be stopping yourself on some levels from doing something that really calls you to to do it, but you're afraid to do it, or you don't want to do it, or you don't know if it's the right time. Maybe that's the riddle. And maybe the armadillo is for you to not be so hurtful to yourself, and to call yourself names, and to call yourself wrong or lazy or bad, or that you don't deserve it, or all kinds of words that might come through to speak of why you can't do something because you don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels right, but you feel stopped by it. So the idea is to put up your good boundaries, and they'll sort themselves out as you go along. So what is the reflection? What is the last card? The soul reflection. What is the year really talking about? Well, I think it's talking about mirrors. I think it's about we see ourselves through the actions of somebody else. And it's hard to often see ourselves just in ourselves and really understand what our motivations or pains or victimization or our love is all about. And we often need somebody really dear to us to come into our lives to help to point out places where we might have pain and we might have shadow that is willing and ready to be healed. And that we can only often do this work with somebody else. So I think this is a call to recognize that you're not alone, that you're not an armadillo in a shell. You don't have to shut off everybody. You're not the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Wands who's on her throne, who can't be touched and reached. You are the you are somewhere in the middle. And if you can open up yourself more, listen deeply to someone else, connect deeply to someone else, and feel like you're not doing this alone, and feel like you have an outlet to work out some of your own pain and work out some of your own shadow and come to a better place within yourself through forgiveness, through love, through grace, through poetry, through creativity, through higher senses of mind and compassion and connection, then this is a very profound year for you to, I think, join with another, or join with a group, or join with like-minded peoples and work out things together. Again, you might not find the answer to your riddle, to the main question that you have, and that may take some time, but you will find it out if you go through this course of action and join with others on some really in-depth, beautiful heart work that is calling for you this year. Again, you have protections, armadillo, you have power and passion, and sometimes you have to tamp that passion down because you can't make something happen right away, but you still have the passion that says, well, you can be creative, you can be spiritual, you can be connected to the sacred, and you can share your wisdom and share your joy and share your creativity and share your spark of flame of connection and truth with them, and always be a queen and always be on top of your world. Even if you're not in charge of your world, you can still be on top of your world, on top of your soul world. So, Ahom Atak Yasin, blessed be.